Pennies.
What you say?
I said pennies.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art. Book art.
Run up in this post office real quick. I don't even know what package is up in here. I don't even know what I'm expecting, but we'll see. Package. Okay, so this was the second half of like the third part, like 3 of 3 of a pretty hefty donation that I got from Chipankas from last episode, and he sent the rest of the stuff here. These DVDs were actually supposed to be in the second package. He sent me these 2 packs, the MU2 packs for me, but I'll probably throw them in the FSP. They look pretty nice. They look pretty decent. I've seen reviews from Ashrock on these 2. They're okay. They look good, but there's definitely some problems with that Gambit. And then he sent this DVD set: Hulk versus Avengers Next, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Ultimate Avengers 2, and Ultimate Avengers 1. So that's pretty cool. I'll break these down though. I'm not gonna give the whole box set in one FSP drawing. I'll break them down, and that'll be 5 months of drawings. Or is that 6? 6. So yeah, very, very nice, man. I appreciate you so much, brother. So the FSP is looking bigger and better than ever. Like I said in the last FSP video, we getting more and more donations each week. So it's still continuing to grow, even though we can be supported for at least another year and a half. So here I am starting off the week trying to get 3 displays for 3 contests done. One of them I need to be done for today. But I think this I'm going to do for Billy Mahoney's contest. It's only supposed to be 2 people. I'm going to go with Kraven and Monkey Man, which I've taken a picture of these 2 before, but I figured I'll go with a full display and figure out something here. So that's what I'm starting off with first, even though I need to be getting Tenacious Rick's entry together because that one's due today, but hopefully I'll work through these. We'll see. Making a little progress. Gotta get his arms and stuff right. Start to cover these stands a little bit, add some debris and stuff. But I got the basic principle. I gotta get that spear closer to his neck. Alright, a little more progress. I got one cut out. I had to reinforce that one because it was just, the light was shining through. I'm gonna fix the angle a little bit. Whatever, I gotta fix that. But pretty good. I need to get some blood coming out of Monkey Man and maybe some sound effects there. A little more progress. Got some like swords and arrows and stuff sticking out of him. I need to get that blood coming out of his mouth. The gate and the danger room part sideways to make it really give the illusion like they might be falling. They don't got to be fighting in an urban area. You know that the Monkey Man is like a scientist and smart and whatever, so they could have been in his lab or whatever. But I wanted to make it look like Kraven got some elixir. He got some swords and some different things in him, and he's kind of winning this battle. I wish I could find like a net or something. Alright, adding some finishing touches, some blood there. What I used was these parts from the Human Torch flame base. You just cut off the little sides. And you could actually use it for flames, but the redder parts can be used good for blood. So it kind of looked like the blood is just like squirting out of his mouth onto the spear. I just used little pieces of wax to stick them on. Obviously you can't really see the wax because it's red. So this is pretty solid. I just need a sound effect maybe coming from Monkey Man there. Just adding a little more details. Get this like loose. Trying to hold on to something and it broke on the way down. That'll work. Alright, I just need one more sound effect. So this is done. Moving on to the next display. I just shot the video for this. I'll upload it. This will be for Billy Billy Mahoney's contest. I need to get something together for Tenacious Rick's contest. I got a couple of ideas brewing, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing yet. So, moving on. Alright, we're getting into the next thing. I think I'm going to do Ultron versus some Avengers. So I got that one energy blast there. Cap doing what he does best. I need to get another little spark up around the eye so you can't see the wax up there. You really can't see it that much now, but you know, just gotta be perfect with it. We got a little more progress. I'm not really sure what's up. I got Miss Marvel shooting some energy. I just gotta try to cover these bases a little bit more, add some more characters. I'm not 100% sure, and I gotta get the angle of this right and get one more thing up there by the eye. But it's coming along okay right now. Kind of stuck. Really trying to cover these bases. So when I move, you don't see anything. And I don't feel like digging for the stuff that I need, but I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm all over the place trying to get this right. Get Wasp in the air somehow, maybe. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, back on track. Iron Man getting the shot in on his chest. Shooting, Cap is blocking. Energy blast from Miss Marvel. Wasp flying in. I'm almost happy. Alright, I think I'm finished with this. I'm tired. Alright, so that's 2 down in one day. I just entered this into Tenacious Rick's contest and got it in before 12 a.m., so that's good. Now I gotta really start thinking about something good for the battle show, but I guess I'll work on that tomorrow. Probably still mess around and take some pictures tonight because I put together something kind of cool. Show you in 1 second. But I'm gonna start taking this down, and I fucking hate this Ultron. I just want us to get a nice classic Ultron, man, and 6-inch scale. I know we about to get that Marvel Select joint, but it may possibly work for the 6-inch figures. I mean, Ultron is a big ass robot. He may be a little too big, but I don't know. I just want us to get a nice posable Ultron in his classic digs in 6-inch form, man. Alright, I'm taking this down. And for the record, I showed this plenty of time, but this is just a needle, like for a needle and thread that I stuck into the little wasp here, and then I could actually stick it into this wall because it's just styrofoam, and that created the illusion that she was flying. But needle and thread for your small wasp Ant-Man figures, you could just poke it in a certain place and stick it to different things. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't the one that I've showed originally, but I always find the same hole too. And put the pin back there. I don't just keep like making a whole bunch of different holes in the figure. I just always put it back in the same spot too. So yeah, I think this works pretty cool. There's a nice little backdrop. Looks like they're on a spaceship or something, and that's just one of the windows. So I've had this piece from a Star Trek playset for a minute, and I just took one of the backdrops from one of those Marvel Universe box sets and cut it out around and took out the original piece that was in there and kind of made it look like just space, because it was like Star Trek related picture in it before. Brainstorming a little bit here, creating the illusion. I kind of want to use this space thing for something. I'm not sure. I might want to try something, but trying to figure it out. But right now, I just kind of got it looking like the window. But I had to prop it up for the 6-inch figures. Here's my random objects again. And then I'm just hiding it behind Tony Stark right now. Hiding the other one so you can't see it. But it's creating the illusion pretty well. Almost forgot, we reached 1,000 likes on the ACBA like page today, so you guys at home, if you're old enough, celebrate with me. What the hell is that? I'm gonna see how this is gonna work out. Try to get Wolverine down in the cavern, fighting some mole men. Alright, I don't even know how the hell I'm gonna really pull this off here. I'm trying to stack up some more guys up there. Get this going here, but I don't got enough space to really get my camera work situated. I'll figure this out. Alright, I had to move the top pieces real quick, try to add some cutouts and effects on this part, and then I'll put them back. But I think I'm gonna have another drink. 1,000 likes, baby. Nothing. Grown up business. Alright, I just made a few adjustments on the cutout. Had to take the top part off again. I think this is a little better. We just start trying to God damn it. Start trying to add some like little debris and stuff up around the side. Oh shit. Sorry, I just added a little like few more debris pieces and make it look rocky and like a cavern or cave or whatever. And then I'll just add the LED lights at certain spots to give it a nice little hue, reddish. Certain spots in here I'll add it. It'll be popping up in the back and stuff too. And little details there. Thought that was pretty cool. Just gonna cover that light a little bit so you can see it better. But yeah, I tried to get it where this was pretty much a little cavern. This was the top. See some bats flying out. As you go down, then you can see them down there. My LED lights is not shining as bright as they could be because I didn't have them on all of this time. That's why I was just trying to hurry up and get the shots. But the shout out to my man Mike of Apathy Inc. That's where I got all these custom moments from. I've showed these plenty of times in my videos though. And then all the styrofoam and stuff came from JD. So a little customizer collabo here. Alright, so that's pretty much a wrap on this. Pretty happy with the way it came out overall. Entering this into, I'm not even sure what I'm entering this in. I could do this for Thomas King for 118th Universe contest, being that his team is outnumbered. Or I could put it in for the battle show. But I don't know. I guess I'll do another display and figure out which one is a little better and put that one in for the battle show. I don't know. I got plenty of time for 118th Universe's contest, so I might just put this in for the battle show. We'll see. Start taking this apart now. I forgot to mention that this other rocky wall over here is actually a base that I had got from Collecticon. It's actually supposed to be like a moon base, but it still worked out for the rocks. And then I used this get it out. This base, which came with the Marvel Select Hulk, I think, and just some other like little bits and pieces and walls to make it look rocky and what have you. And I had put this here in a way so when I was shooting from up above, you couldn't see the LED lights that I had down in there and over there. But overall, it came out good. I think it was a real clean display. I just think that maybe I could have put up the action, put a little more action down here at the bottom. But I don't know what everybody else is coming with. I thought it was pretty, I put out a pretty like composed display though. I thought it was real clean though. Now as I'm taking this apart, I'll get to get some shots with the mole men. I never actually took any pictures of them. They just been in my display just standing there for the longest. And they was on top of that Marvel Select car, the car that came with the Marvel Select Spider-Man. Now I could use that car. I'll just stand them back up in the display. But I'll get some flicks with them. Yeah, they was all on top of that car, so I'll get the car out of there, dust in there a little bit. I'll put them back in there just standing up and use the car for some stuff. I didn't realize so many people couldn't make out who it was at the bottom of my battle show display, but you know, I was thinking like Old Man Logan for that display. And after I had got most of it done, I had remembered that I had this this custom head right here. My man NEM Reg had made this, and I remember that it kind of looked like how Hawkeye looked in that story, in the Old Man Logan story, and I wanted to add him into it at some point at the top or in the fight and somehow, but it just wasn't working, so I left him. And I feel like I could have did a little bit more with the display, like as far as the action is concerned, but I'll think about using his head later. I was going to put it on like one of the Nick Fury bodies or something and try to finagle it that way, but I'll work it out some other time. But yeah, I've showed these guys many episodes back. Actually, I don't think I ever actually even showed these in Meantime in Between Time. It was even before there was Meantime in Between Time, if I'm not mistaken. But these are the Lord of the Ring Golem figures. I'm sure most of you guys already figured that out. And they just had a little, I guess, epoxy on the eyes to give them the Mole Man looking eyes. Unfortunately, they all kind of got that silly smirk though. But overall, I'm really happy with these guys and the way that they came out. I've had these for, I don't know, I want to say like almost 3 years maybe. I don't know. My man Mike from Apathy Inc. did these. I said that already too. So pretty damn cool. But I don't mess around with them too much. I just pretty much have them in one display and just leave them there. This was the first time I took them out of there, and I don't know how long, but pretty damn cool. I wish we would have got a little more detail on this Mole Man though. He's a okay figure, but I've seen I think Glenn gave him like a wash and fixed him up. I've seen quite a few people do it though, but he could definitely have used that from the beginning. But so I went ahead and added my Mole Men back in there. This is where they've been. I just took out the card that was in there, like I said, so I could use it. And that's all part of my little cosmic cube. Package. So what a coinky dink was just talking about Mike, and that package was from my man Mike from Apathy Inc. He sent me some more Venom and Carnage tendrils. I needed some more plain Carnage ones, and he sent me some more Venom ones. I could throw some of the Venom ones in the FSP. And he also sent me some more Carnage like weapons too, because I gave away a few in the FSP some months ago too. But I will make a little package for the FSP as well, I guess for May. So big thanks to my man Mike. Appreciate you. So we got word that we should be seeing Wave 3 of Marvel Legends in September. And they hinted at X-Force Deadpool, which is pretty cool. This wave is just going to be a scalper's dream. But they're saying X-Force Deadpool, X-Force Archangel, which what I thought was going to be the SDCC exclusive. Maybe they'll do that figure like they did Thor and give us one version of him at SDCC and put the regular version in the wave. But then there's also supposed to be a running change of Mystique and Danny Moonstar, and a running change of Punisher and Blade, and U.S. Agent. We're not sure what the Build-A-Figure is going to be yet, but many people think that it'll be Sasquatch, and they're supposed to give us Strife, and who else? Oh, and Jim Lee, Jean Grey, I believe. So I think that's like 9 figures in that wave, not including the Build-A-Figure. I guess that'd be 10 figures in that wave if they all part of that wave. We don't know for sure what it's going to be, but pretty exciting news. The boards was kind of lighting up about that today. So and it's been going for a minute, so pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. I'm not even going to play myself though. I'm going to do exactly what I did with the first 2 waves and just pre-order them and just order them online rather than trying to fight people at retail for them. So okay, this has been another episode of Meantime in Between Time. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you're going to rate and you're going to vote down, then like I always say, have some fucking balls and say why you're voting down. Excuse my language. But yeah, man, a pretty eventful week. Oh, and don't forget to come out and join us on the ACBA Facebook group. And like the ACBA like page, like you found out in this episode. We reached 1,000 likes this week, so we currently at like 1,007, which is really dope. And don't forget to sub up the ACBA community channel here on YouTube. And ACBA on Flickr. I gotta promote that more. My man John set that up, and we need to get more people on Flickr. Like the idea for Flickr and for the like page is to get as many like crispy photos and good representations of ACBA up there, because those are things that show up on a Google search of ACBA. So those are like some of the first things that show up. So we want to kind of really make those venues really crisp and clean. But I haven't been picking up any comics really for like the past, like, I would say like 2 or 3 months. Really, I haven't picked up comics. I've been spending my comic money on recording and music and stuff, and trying to get my music situated. So I actually was in the comic store though this weekend, and I just stood there and read all of AVX store or whatever. So that's what some of these pictures was and stuff. But I got to check it out. It was pretty cool. I just read the main books though. I wasn't like standing there and reading all the side issues and stuff like that. But I did get a chance to read the main books. Let me know how y'all like that so far. Let me know how y'all feeling about the AVX event. Mad fun this week displaying. Like, I haven't displayed this much in a while. Like, I did 3 displays for 3 contests basically. Like, when I'm going through MTIT during the week, I just get to record little bits and pieces of stuff when I can or whatever. Like, I had mad free time this week to display, so I put in mad work, and I had more fun than I had in a long time, like, displaying. So big shout out to my man, the King Beastman, and shout out to everybody that participated in the battle show. It was mad fun. It was mad cool to see some of the OGs putting out displays and stuff like that. I'm gonna link all of the displays from the battle show if you haven't seen all of them. They were really dope. Slings of Web's team, they did like they did a theme, so they all kind of did like synchronized videos in a way, and that was really dope. I mean, I guess that is the point of the battle show. If you're going to have teams to, you guys should do something together or whatever. All of us on JD's team, we just kind of did our own thing or whatever. But overall, like I said, I had a great time doing it. It was really fun. So check out the King Beastman's channel so you guys can like vote and stuff when the voting opens up. But I had a mad good time doing that this week. And I got a lot of nice things coming up for MTIT. I'm waiting on so many things that I want to do, but stay tuned. Thanks for the support, and I'll talk to you next week. Peace.
That's crispy.